All right, on this episode of Bowks Talking Bouts, very excited to be talking to an individual who finds himself in quite the big title fight coming up and looking to reclaim what he never lost inside that octagon MMA cage and everything like that. And great having former UFC veteran Martin Buday on Bowks Talking Bouts today and have a lot of subjects to cover. But first off, how's your day going so far, Martin?
Hello, thanks for invite. My day is like it's end of the week. I finished my trainings today, so now it's dinner time and just relax a little bit and tomorrow work again.
Yeah, and how did I guess the road lead towards this, Will Fleury fight for that octagon title? Like I was kind of saying in the intro, a championship that you previously had before you ended up embarking on your tenure with the UFC and everything like that. So I guess relative to when you were released from the UFC and, setting up this fight, like what was the, I guess, timeline like during that stretch for you?
Uh, Everything was so fast. Uh, the not resigning, it was like announced like few days after my fight. I think I get the message on Wednesday, probably next week after my fight. So, and it was announced like on Thursday, next day. So, uh, the things were really fast. Also, I was getting like offers to join promotions from all over the world. So, uh, then I decided I will go, or my next journey, my next part in my career will be like with Octagon MMA. So, everything was set like in week and a half. It was like fast.
Yeah, and it seemed like there was some, I guess, discourse with PFL as well. Like, were those, I guess, the two primary players in your very brief free agency period between PFL and Octagon MMA? Like, were those the two primary players in a certain sense?
Yes, yes. In end of the day, I was like choosing between PFL and Octagon MMA. That their offers interested me like the most. Uh, but in the end of the day, I choose to continue or my career with Octagon. We had a history before. I was like champion there before I entered contender series. So. Uh, it was like nice to work again with the people that I know of.
Yeah, returning to Octagon MMA after over 4 years away. Just what a big win you got there over Camille Minda at Octagon 25 in June of 2021 there. And I mean, so much has happened since then with not just your growth as a fighter, but it seems like Octagon has grown that much more. So it seems like, great timing in a certain sense, just your career growing and Octagon growing as well.
Yeah, of course. Like the Octagon growth like or like their growth skyrocketed. They are doing like big events, stadium events also. Uh, like from local Czechoslovakian organization, they grew to number one in Europe. I think we can say that with no doubt. So yeah, it was like perfect timing to join Octagon MMA. I think we will do like great things together, especially in the heavyweight division. Many new guys came after I left, so I think there will be like interesting opportunities for me and like for the whole heavyweight division with my signing.
Yeah, there was the intrigue with like PFL, and obviously you went with Octagon, but maybe not so much Glory Kickboxing. I understand they reached out to you as well, and you were like, it's not really my persuasion so much. I'd like to use my full, I guess, set of tools, as it were.
Yeah, like I really appreciate their interest, but like I'm not a kickboxer. I'm not like decorated striker either. Uh, Besides, I'm working on my striking like every day, but I cannot compete with the level of striking with the heavyweight division in Glory Kickboxing. So it was like no go for me. I will honestly I will get killed there by the guys. Like. no MMA guy, or maybe very, very little less, very small amount of MMA fighters can compete in the boxing or kickboxing with kickboxers and boxers, or pure kickboxers or strikers. So that was like no go for me instantly. So I choose Octagon to continue in MMA career. So that made most sense for me.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, you want to talk about the path forward and some of the great things you're doing and that Octagon is doing. But I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't briefly touch on the UFC release situation, just because it seemed very uncharacteristic in a certain sense. I mean, you beat a highly touted heavyweight in Marcus Buchecha Almeida, and in a performance that I believe you yourself described as your best performance in the UFC up until this point. So I imagine you were quite surprised by the whole thing. But I guess what are your recollections of that moment when you realized that the UFC wasn't going to re-sign you after that Buchecha victory?
There were some hints before that I need like big finishes or finishes at all. So after my last two fights that ended by decision, um, I was like, there is a chance that I will not get resigned. So, but I was hoping that it will be done. Since my last performance was not so bad like in some fights before where I used too much clinch. So I was hoping that wins or that performance will secure me resigning. It didn't happen, so but I was a little bit surprised, but not so all. But it was sad moment for me because I wanted to continue in UFC and uh, climb up the rankings more, and maybe in some future try some ranking opponent from the top 10 or someone like that. So. Um, it was like unfortunate thing that happened. But I totally like get them. They wanted finishes from me. I didn't get them, so it's their decision.
Yeah, it just seems a little puzzling just because it seems like, I guess, in this particular era, there's a certain seeming almost lack of prioritization from the UFC as far as like their heavyweight category. So, someone like you who has a massive winning record in the promotion, I mean, going 7-1 within the UFC run that you had there, it seems perplexing that they would cut a ranked heavyweight in that kind of sense. But yeah, I mean, it seems like also, I guess, the way things played out, that the door's not necessarily closed for the future potentially. So yeah, I mean, disappointing, but it doesn't seem like that door is permanently closed per se.
Uh, I think so too. Maybe in the future, some offer for some fight offer will pop up, but we will see. It's up to me how I will perform in my next fight. Uh, if I will be winning, for example, like if I win like 4 or 5 fights, especially with the finish, then some offer can pop up from the UFC to go back again. Like we saw it before with some fighters that has been released before. So yeah, it can happen. It can happen, of course. But I'm focusing mainly on my part with Octagon right now. I'm really excited that we have a title fight ahead of me or ahead of us. So I'm really excited now for the title fight in Octagon MMA against Will Fleury.
And as someone who's held that Octagon MMA heavyweight title previously, like what are your thoughts on what Will Fleury has been able to do with that championship with his reign and all?
Yeah, he did amazing job. I was watching his performances, his fights before. So um, he's a really good fighter, in my opinion. Like, and he did a good job. He did a good job in his fights. So I think this will be like a good fight between two of us. Uh, we will show the fans like a high skill, high paced fight.
Yeah,
So
definitely very excited for it. Yeah, no, sorry, there was a bit of a delay on my end. Just saying, yeah,
yeah,
it's a
sorry.
very exciting fight for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. Like I respect Will Fleury. He's like good fighter. And I'm looking for our fight. It'll be a good fight, good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I was excited seeing the face-off video and stuff like that circulating. It seemed like that got quite a bit of traction, and it seems like the wording right now is that this fight will take place later in the year, so it's more generalized kind of wording, I guess, relative to when the articles came out when the face-off happened. Have you gotten a more, I guess, like solidified date for when that Fleury heavyweight title fight is going to happen yet?
Uh, Nothing is signed yet, but I think it will be like in end of the year in Prague, in O2 Arena. There's like last event of the year, the one of the biggest, one of the like nicest event. There will be like 2,000, the 20,000 people. So I think it will be there. Um, I think their schedule. There's not many events in the Czech and Slovakia, so I think it will be like end of December in Prague. That will make the most sense in my opinion. But we don't have signed any yet, so it can change. But I think the date will be like end of December.
Yeah, just exciting stuff. It'll be cool to see that fight finally take place when, it does end up going down. But I guess an aspect of your last fight that I wanted to touch on, just because I find the journey of martial artists to be such a cool thing. I saw you had an Instagram post talking about how you should hustle until your idols become your rivals. And there was like an old photo of you rolling with Buchecha around 12 years ago at an Abu Dhabi World Pro tournament before the tournament kind of unfolded there. So just a really cool kind of, I guess, aspect of that fight there, just the prior history you had and everything like that.
Yeah, it was like nice, very nice experience to face Buchecha because I was like looking up to him when I started training BJJ first. So uh, like me and like my whole team, whole team, everyone, every guy in my gym like was idolizing Buchecha and was looking up to him at that time, like 12 years ago. So when I got offered the fight against him, I was like accept instantly because like it was in my eyes it was like good challenge and honor to share octagon with someone like Marcus Buchecha. He's the legend of the sport of BJJ. So it was nice. It was nice experience and like I was happy also with the outcome of the fight and then I win.
Yeah, no, super cool, man. Like I said, it's awesome to see those journeys that martial artists go on and everything like that. Just how you can go from, really revering a person to, competing with them and then getting the victory has to be so exciting. And I would perhaps presume that maybe that Andrei Arlovsky win kind of fit within that, just considering he was a former UFC heavyweight champion and how, prolific his run was with the company and everything like that. And it seems like he's doing great things in the world of BKFC now and stuff like that. So yeah, just cool to see him doing that, I suppose, just keeping the proverbial train on the tracks and going and all.
Yeah, fight with Andrei Arlovsky was like something similar, but it was a little bit different because with Buchecha we had some history. We trained together before, so it was a little bit different. But yeah, it was like same scenario with Andrei Arlovsky. Yeah, he's a big legend of the sport, and it was like good to fight with him also. So
Yeah, yeah, and I'd
yes,
seen on
thank
the
you.
Ariel Hawani show that you were like referencing that. I mean, even I believe it was 3 or 4 days before the Arlovsky fight, you lost your father, and you mentioned you weren't mentally there during the fight, and even considered withdrawing for very obvious reasons, but you didn't want to upset the company or the fans. I believe was how you had worded it. I mean, I don't really necessarily have a question within that. I just, I lost my father as well, and just the headspace I was in, I couldn't imagine fighting at all, never mind someone with the pedigree of an Andrei Arlovsky and getting the win, no less. So tremendously impressive and, condolences for the loss and everything as well.
Condolences also to you. And yeah, it was like very, very, very like tough or mentally tough experience uh, because I was like very well prepared. The me and my whole team was like really enjoying fight week or start of fight week and like days before fight week in Vegas and the sad message came from my house. So Um, it was really hard, yeah, because my father was my like biggest fan. He was like watching every fight and cheering, so uh, we were really close. So and it affected my performance at all. So it was like really, really bad and hard time for me. But I didn't want to step out from the fight. Many people will maybe do it, but like I wanted to continue um, and do my job. Unfortunately, it didn't went so well, but I won the fight, and that was like important to me to win that fight and uh, go home to my family. But I wasn't mentally there in the fight, so it really affected me, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be able to even make that walk is like massively impressive to me in and of itself. Like I said, never mind getting the win and everything like that. So, yeah, I mean, that must have been a situation where I imagine you made him, quite proud, no doubt, and then always, difficult to transition out of topics like this. But in there, you did mention some aspects of your preparation leading into that UFC 303 fight you had there. And it seems like you always do such a great job of curating your camps and stuff like that. Like I saw you in Wigan around this time last year at Aspinall BJJ and working with Tom Aspinall also at Evolution Fitness XL and things of that persuasion and whatnot. So I guess I bring that up to, get your thoughts on that upcoming Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn heavyweight title fight at UFC 321 coming up.
Uh, like I love Tom Aspinall and like his team, his father, like everyone in that team. So I'm really looking up to that fight, and I will be cheering for Tom. I think he will secure like a spectacular win and finish in that and like defend the title. So I'm very happy for him. I'm really happy that I can be there and train with them. I'm really thankful. Like. mm for the last fights. I was preparing with them, so they really affected my game plan, my style, and everything. So I will be going there soon. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for them all, and for Tom especially. He's my good friend.
Yeah, it just seems like such a great camp. Like it seems like the place that anyone who's a heavyweight MMA fighter would want to go to. I mean, KSW champ Phil DeFries also historically getting in work out of that camp. And I mean, if you get your ideal outcome in the next one and grab that Octagon title, it's like you guys have all the major belts and heavyweight MMA landscape for crying out loud. So it seems like all the big champions would be out of that camp there potentially.
Yeah, that would be like nice. To secure the belts in the big promotions all over the world. So uh, yeah, Team Aspinall is going big.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff, man. How much did that, I guess, play a role in, I guess I'm presuming there might have been some level of negotiation with KSW, or at the very least, it would be a player on the landscape in free agency and stuff like that. Like, it kind of strikes me as a situation where you have a certain camaraderie with Phil DeFries and wouldn't want to necessarily, be fighting him for the championship if you can help it. Like, how much did that kind of play a role in the whole situation? Or was Octagon MMA always the promotion you wanted to return to, like either that or PFL, essentially?
Yeah, I like KSW too, but I didn't even consider to join KSW because Phil is there, and also my his next opponent, Stefan Wojciak, who they will be fighting together. He is my sparring partner or and my friend in Slovakia when I'm training in Slovakia. So my two friends fighting there. One is contender, one is title holder. So there was like no. I didn't want to come to KSW to face any of them because I don't like that stuff for like fighting my teammates when we like growing together, train together and everything. So like I'm loyal teammate. I didn't want to fight any of my teammates. I even declined fight with Mick Parkin before. He's also the part of the Thomas Pinal team or his camp. So, back in time when I was in UFC. So I don't like stuff like that to fighting my teammates.
No, I totally get it, man. It makes a lot of sense and just really speaks to, the loyalty component and everything like that. But someone I did see you getting in work with, I guess around this time last September, I saw you with Yuri Prohaska at New Park Gym and everything like that based on an Instagram post I saw. So just curious to get your thoughts on the upcoming Yuri Prohaska against Khalil Roundtree fight at UFC 320.
I'm really excited for it. I'm a big ED fan. Uh, we know each other for some time, train a little bit before together. So I'm really excited for that fight. And I'm rooting for his win to get to the title fight. And I hope he will win the title back. And that fight will be like good striking. There's a good matchup, the two strikers. But I think Iji will win that fight with his big pace, good pace, the pressure, and with that unpredictable striking. I think that will be problem for Khalil.
Yeah, and speaking to that path back to getting the championship, that Pereira Ankalaev rematch is actually going to be headlining that UFC 320 card that the Prohaska Roundtree fight is on. And you were on that 303 card, as I mentioned, that was headlined by the Prohaska versus Pereira rematch. So, yeah, interesting in that kind of sense. I think a lot of people are wondering how much Alex Pereira is going to be able to, I guess, like put out a different kind of fight or generate a different performance than the first one, whereas some people think it'll kind of play out largely similar to the first fight. Like, do you have any thoughts on that Pereira Ankalaev rematch at UFC 320 at all?
When I saw the first fight between them, I think Alex was like a little bit different than he was in like his previous fights. So maybe he had some injury or something was happening that like the outside world of his camp didn't know. So we will see. I'm really excited for that fight. It will be like high level MMA, so uh, it will be good fight, and uh, we will see in what like how will Alex perform. Because like I think that first fight he wasn't like uh, in his typical pace, or I don't know how can I say that, but something like was looking a little bit off.
No, it's interesting you
So we
say
will
that.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will see. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, because I think some people, I guess, like maybe even fans and fighters alike, I think they were, I guess, maybe putting out the theory that perhaps Pereira was like so active that maybe it was like, I don't know, having that certain burnout factor on him, and maybe that separation between the fight camps a little bit can, I guess, benefit him in this rematch. But yeah, like you said, a high level MMA fight that'll be really intriguing to see all the same.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, something might happen. Yeah, he was like really active, and maybe something happened in the camp, or maybe uh, it was like style to style. Maybe he didn't catch up on the Magomed style or fighting style. So uh, every fight is different. So we will see how this fight will go.
No, super exciting. And I'm very much excited for this Will Fleury fight coming up here. I really enjoy watching Octagon MMA and have enjoyed what he's been doing. And it's just so cool that you're coming back to the fold to, reclaim the title you never lost. And he's looking to defend it against the former champion who never lost and had a great winning record in the UFC. So very exciting to see when that date gets firmed up. And everything like that. But I do want to be mindful of your time, as I was kind of saying before, Martin. So I figured I'd give you the floor if you maybe had a final parting thought you wanted to add as we're kind of wrapping up here. I appreciate you making the time today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much also for your time. Thank you for inviting me and like stay tuned for the news about the Friday with Flori. It will be nice. It will be good.
Yeah, tremendously exciting stuff. Very stoked to see what happens there. I think Octagon MMA has been firing on all cylinders, and this fight fits very comfortably within that for sure. So stoked to see when that official announcement rolls out. But until then, Martin, you enjoy the rest of your day, man. And thanks so much for the time again for coming on Bowks Talking Bouts today. And yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Have a nice rest of the day. Thank you.